Hello, NASA members. On behalf of NASA's Committee on the Status of Women, we welcome all of you to our CSW Presents Regional Conference video presentation. I'm Connie Frigo, Associate Professor of Saxophone at the University of Georgia, and I use she, her pronouns. This is my second term on the CSW, where I have served as chair and co-chair since the committee's inception at the 2018 Biennial Conference in Cincinnati. In spring 2019, we launched the CSW Presents, a uniform presentation that took place at all 10 regional conferences. Perhaps some of you attended one of those 2 years ago. The opportunity to listen to and engage with NASA members from across the US and Canada during these sessions significantly amplified the need for CSW's existence in NASA, as well as strengthen the understanding and participation in the support of gender equity across our organization. The feedback gathered at those conferences has been largely responsible for the direction of the committee's initiatives since then. It is with the same spirit that we are presenting at all 10 regional conferences again this spring, followed by 20 to 30 minutes of live facilitated discussion after this video to gather feedback that will continue to help inform CSW's work and overall direction. Today's presentation features 5 of CSW's initiatives since our term began in March 2020. The Women's Plus Mentoring Program, now in its second year, gender research, CSW's Community Engagement Initiative, Allyship, and online resources. Now here's Jan Baker to share an update about the Women's Plus Mentoring Program.
Thank you all for joining us. My name is Jan Baker, Associate Professor of Saxophone at UCLA, and I use she, her pronouns. I am also serving my second term on the CSW, where I have developed and led the Women's Plus Mentoring Program since 2018, aided by the invaluable advice of some truly selfless volunteers on the Mentoring Ad Hoc Committee. We have successfully launched 2 iterations of the mentoring program thus far, and I can proudly and confidently say that the future of our organization and the ever-growing status of women in NASA is truly bright and inspiring. This year, we have an incredible team of mentors, absolute leaders in their respective and diverse fields, who have guided our 10 mentees in cultivating meaningful community engagement projects. The CSW Women's Plus Mentoring Program has not only succeeded in strengthening our support for NASA's young saxophonists, but has enabled our mentees to give back to their communities, brightening the lives of others through music and human connection. I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to the Ad Hoc Committee and our mentors, and it is with great pleasure that I introduce you to our 10 outstanding mentees for 2020-21 who will share their community engagement projects with you.
Hello, my name is Jocelyn Abrahamson. I am currently pursuing my Master's in Saxophone Performance at Temple University in Philadelphia. I am so incredibly grateful to be working with my mentor on this project, Lee Pilzer. Lee has been my biggest supporter from day one and even came up with the name for my project, You Choose Tunes. You Choose Tunes is an exciting new way for young saxophonists to practice by playing music they choose. They can choose anything from pop songs to TikTok sounds to video game music, really whatever they want to play. Participants in You Choose Tunes will send me song suggestions and vote on which song they want through the @YouChooseTunes Instagram account. I will then get to work transcribing the song and creating an educational video to accompany it. Each video includes a range of fundamentals and saxophone-specific skills that directly relate to the challenges presented in the song that they chose and will also improve their overall musicianship. You Choose Tunes was launched on January 27th, and I am so excited to share my project with the world. Thank you so much to NASA CSW for allowing me this incredible opportunity.
Hi everyone, my name is Morgan DePietro, my pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I currently go to the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh and I'm studying with Dr. Drew Whiting. For this project, my mentor is Seychelle Corbin, and the name of my project is the Wisconsin Saxophone Assistance Program. The goal of this project is to get saxophone supplies to low-income high school and middle school students. This project is serving as a great opportunity to connect with music teachers around Wisconsin and other saxophonists.
Hi, my name is Marina Sakalakis, and I'm a first-year master's student at the University of Texas in Austin. For my CSW mentorship project, I wanted to do something to help people who have been most affected by the pandemic. So with the help of my incredible mentor, Aaron Rogers, I've launched the Music Memories Project, which aims to virtually connect high school musicians with nursing homes. I've recruited passionate high school musicians from New Jersey to create videos introducing themselves and playing whatever music they want to share, and then I compile all the videos together into a movie and I send it to nursing homes. The residents at the nursing homes have loved learning about the students and connecting with them, and I've received really positive feedback from my first effort. So far, I've only worked in New Jersey, but I'm looking forward to expanding this project to other states so I could reach more people. The CSW mentorship program has allowed me to connect with so many amazing professionals and inspiring women, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of the projects come to life.
Hi, my name is Ariana Beasley, and I'm a junior at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, studying jazz and commercial studies in the African American diaspora studies. My mentor, Camille Thurman, and I have been working on a community engagement project that aims at educating middle school to high school students about the contribution of women in jazz. I'm currently working with nonprofit organizations in the Valley to be able to give a presentation on the topic in Women's Month. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tansy Brooks and I'm from Shawnee, Oklahoma. I attend North Ark Creek High School as a sophomore. I am working with Miss Ann McMillan, head of the Instrument Repair Department at the University of North Texas. From a young age, I have loved listening to music. This led me to begin learning several instruments, including the saxophone. In Shawnee, the poverty level is twice the national average, resulting in few students seeking private music instruction. This results in a lack of awareness of the saxophone and leaves significant gaps in saxophone pedagogy, not to mention the high cost of private music instruction. My solution to this problem is called Tansy's Tips. I am recording 5 to 10 minute tutorial videos featuring repair tech and saxophone professors from all over the United States. Topics covered are saxophone history, simple repair and maintenance, fingerings, tone exercises, reed care, equipment, and demonstrations of the saxophone in various genres. Band students and directors of my area will then be able to submit questions for my final Q&A video. I truly have a passion for learning and teaching all that I can about music and showing the great opportunities and experiences that it can bring to each and every one of us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bailey Ross, and I am a third-year saxophone performance and music education student here at the University of Arkansas. My mentor is Dr. Shauna Pinnock, the saxophone professor at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. For my project, I have begun an organization entitled Allies Plus in Music, which is an organization devoted to empowering and including the representation of LGBTQ+ musicians and self-identifying women. Through this project, we have started a chamber music series in which we have asked 3 student composers from 3 different universities to compose pieces revolving around themes of gender inequity, LGBTQ+ history, women empowerment, and LGBT celebration. These pieces will be premiered in May through YouTube live stream, as well as a podcast series that will be beginning in late February entitled Aim for Equity. Aim for Equity is going to be created to promote social injustices within music fields and educate those on proper allyship of marginalized communities. We'll be asking several professional musicians from different fields of music to talk about injustices they have maybe faced due to their gender, sexuality, or maybe their race, and how we can overcome that as a whole, and also to educate those on allyship. This series will begin in February and will be premiered bi-weekly.
My name is Sierra Hill, and I'm a freelance saxophonist and music educator based in Claremont, Florida. I hold degrees from the University of Central Florida and Georgia State University. My incredible mentor in this program, Dr. Colette Hall, is based in Hartford, Connecticut. Studies show that 64% of students who dropped out of college did so due to a mental health related reason, and about 80% of professional musicians experience work-related injuries. In order to address these statistics, I am partnering with Orlando Youth Chamber Ensembles to provide a series of free virtual seminars geared towards middle and high school students, so that they learn to make music in a healthy and sustainable way right from the start. We are bringing in experts to present webinars on a variety of topics relating to the physical and mental health and well-being of young musicians. In January, we hosted occupational therapist Heather Mogilnicki, who taught us about proper posture and joint positions. As this is an ongoing project and open to all, please follow us here to stay in the loop about future presentations. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Miley and I am from New York. Currently, I am a junior studying music ed and performance at UMass Amherst. With the help of my mentor, Julissa Gasho, I have been working on my community project, which is centered around giving children with disabilities more music opportunities. I hope to work with a school for children with disabilities and have them perform songs of their choice. I then am arranging parts for a sax ensemble to accompany them. My goal is to compile all of these parts into one video, which I then can release in the form of a drive-through concert. I aim to raise money through ticket prices, which will go towards buying the school more instruments. I reached out to past teachers as well as students from my hometown, and they were all interested in playing in this ensemble. I knew that the current pandemic was going to create more challenges, and it certainly has. I was moving forward with 2 separate schools, however, both just recently were no longer able to commit. Currently, I am emailing other schools as well as professors who specialize in music therapy in the hopes that they may steer me towards a new school. Thank you, and I look forward to sharing the final result.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Hickman. I am from Sheldon, Iowa originally, and right now I live in Kansas City, where I am pursuing an artist certificate at the UMKC Conservatory. I'm super thankful for my mentor, Alexa Tarantino, who's really helped me get my project up off the ground and running. I also want to say thank you to the UMKC Women's Council for selecting me as a grant recipient. My project is called KeySpark, and it is an online community for junior high and high school saxophonists. I wanted to reach those who don't have access to private instruction or those who are just motivated to learn and want to take their playing to the next level. It offers interactive Zoom classes, a digital resource library, as well as an online forum, all of which are curated for 7th through 12th graders. I hope that students will find KeySpark to be a helpful and fun way to meet, collaborate, ask questions in a very encouraging environment. Check out keysparkmusic.com, follow us on social media, and please feel free to send me any questions. Thanks for watching.
I am sure you can all agree with me. Our mentees have created some truly outstanding community engagement projects. Stay tuned to our website for further updates and the announcement of our 2021-22 mentoring program this summer. Now, I would like to introduce NASA's President-elect and former CSW co-chair, Kim Leffert, who will speak on gender research.
I am Kim Leffert, Assistant Professor of Music Theory at Oklahoma State University, and I use she, her pronouns. This is my second term on the NASA CSW, and as Connie mentioned, I am the current NASA President-elect. During fall 2020, at the encouragement of the CSW, I collected and analyzed digital versions of biennial program books from 2008 to 2018 and the program app for 2020 in order to evaluate participation trends by women and gender-diverse NASA members over time. I'd like to share some of my findings with you today. First, a little background. NASA began soliciting gender information from members, first voluntarily and later during membership renewal, at the behest of the Committee on the Status of Women following its creation at the 2018 Biennial Conference. Knowing the gender makeup of NASA allows the CSW to best serve NASA members and also provides the organization with participation goals. If, for example, approximately 20% of NASA members are women and gender diverse, as was the case just prior to the 2020 biennial, then we might expect that about 20% of conference presentations and performances be given by women and gender diverse NASA members. We can evaluate this collectively and by type of performance or presentation. Ultimately, participation of women and gender diverse individuals increased at biennial conferences from 2008 to 2020. While there's variation from one conference to the next, Women Plus often give a proportionate number of performances compared to men in chamber and solo performance categories. Women Plus are more often overrepresented in ensembles, masterclass performances, and lectures or panels, and underrepresented as evening featured performers, jazz soloists, masterclass clinicians, and occasionally as concerto performers. I've submitted a more detailed analysis of gender representation at NASA biennial conferences for publication in the Saxophone Symposium, and I plan to expand this examination back through earlier biennial conferences. In order to continue assessing the state of the field and working to support underrepresented groups within NASA and saxophone, NASA, like other scholarly and music organizations, should seek to collect complete demographic information from members and those who submit proposals to conferences in order to better evaluate trends over time. Next, Carrie Kaufman will discuss the ongoing Community Engagement Initiative.
I am Carrie Kaufman, Associate Professor of Saxophone at the Hart School of Music, Dance, and Theater at the University of Hartford and Lecturer of Saxophone at the Yale School of Music. This is my second term on the CSW. We announced our Community Engagement Initiative 1 year ago at the Biennial Conference in Arizona. You should have received an email communication from NASA since then that included revised dates due to COVID-19. Today, we want to remind you of this initiative as well as give you some information about steps forward regarding your participation. One common point gathered from all of our presentations at regional conferences 2 years ago is that the dropout rate for girls and gender diverse youth playing the saxophone is greater than the dropout rate for boys. Members in all regions suggested finding ways to reach out to younger students, ideally in middle school, with the hope of decreasing that dropout rate. In response, we have commissioned a new composition for middle school band with alto saxophone soloist. The piece will be grade 2.5 to 3 and will be 4 to 6 minutes in duration. The solo part will include a level of virtuosity that is playable by professional saxophonists or advanced college students, such as graduate students or advanced undergraduates. The North American Saxophone Alliance is paying the commissioning fee of $7,000. Only women, transgender, and non-binary NASA members will be eligible to perform the piece for the first 2 years. NASA members of all genders will be eligible and strongly encouraged to perform the piece in the 3rd and 4th year. Performing this work is one significant way to demonstrate allyship as well as artistry. All NASA members are eligible to receive the piece for free as long as they arrange for a band to perform the piece with them. NASA members are encouraged to perform the work as many times as they like with as many different bands as they can. The work will be completed by September 1st, 2021, with the option to revise if necessary due to COVID-19. The composer is Roshan Atazadi, composition faculty member at the University of Michigan.
Okay, close your eyes for a second. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you picture a composer? Now, if you're like most people, I'm going to guess you have an image like this in your head. Or maybe it's this, or maybe this, or maybe even this. Hi, my name is Roshan Atazadi, and I'm a composer. I'm really excited to write this piece for this project by NASA's Committee on the Status of Women Plus for a lot of reasons. Not only am I excited to create more opportunities for female identifying and non-binary musicians, but I'm also really excited to turn a spotlight to important women's issues through music. Also, I think it's really important to remind people, young musicians in particular, that composers are not just these old, archaic giants carved in marble and propped up on their grandma's piano. They're not just powdered wigs staring down at us sternly from classroom posters. Composers are regular people. We do normal things. We're all around. And guess what? You have a composer inside of you. You don't need to wait for someone to anoint you like a special muse. You can do it. And I think that's a really important thing for young musicians to realize. This collaboration is going to be a really special opportunity, and I'm very grateful to be a part of it. I hope you'll join us and be a part of it too.
The CSW website will include a toolkit that will help you every step of the way. This toolkit will be expanded and updated as the project unfolds. Please bookmark it and check back regularly. What you can do now. Approach one or more band directors about participating. The toolkit currently contains 2 important items. The first is a link where you can sign up anytime starting now to receive a perusal saxophone part, which will be sent after the piece is finished on September 1st, 2021. The second essential item is a template of a letter you may use to approach band directors. This explains the initiative and highlights the intended benefits for their students. Included in this letter is a link where band directors can sign up anytime starting now to receive a perusal score, which will also be sent upon completion of the composition. Once the band director agrees to a performance date with you as soloist, contact us again with the name of the school, the name and email of the band director, and the performance date. You'll be given instructions regarding how to download the ensemble parts at that time. After the performance takes place, email us a PDF of the program. Please don't hesitate to be in contact with me with any questions in the meantime. Jonathan Halton-Cohen will discuss the Allyship Committee next.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Halton-Cohen, and I use he, him pronouns. I am Assistant Professor of Saxophone at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, and I'm also the chair of the CSW's Allyship Committee. Our committee provides education and resources to saxophonists so we can all work together towards equity in our musical and learning communities. We have 3 main projects, which my colleagues will introduce.
Hello, my name is Grace Jelpy. I use she, her, or they, them pronouns. I am a member of the CSW, and I am the graduate teaching assistant for the saxophone studio at the University of Georgia. I'm excited to share with you today the CSW Allyship Tips, a social media initiative recently launched by the CSW's Allyship Committee. These tips are brief informational slides posted to the CSW's Instagram feed and Facebook page that outline a variety of concepts we believe are foundational to allyship. They also explain how these concepts apply directly to the saxophone world. Here is our first allyship tip, which describes what it means to be an ally to the CSW. I encourage you to think of ways that you can act as an ally to our cause and to the women, trans, and non-binary saxophonists in your life. It is our hope that these tips will educate, connect, and empower NASA members of all genders to do their part in making gender equity in saxophone a reality. Stay tuned to the CSW's social media channels with new allyship tips every Thursday. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Allison Belchettis, and I use she, her pronouns. I'm a member of the CSW and an associate lecturer at the University of Alberta. In the early spring of 2020, Kristen McKeon spearheaded the CSW Dialogue series, which offered guided discussions on career development in performance and education, gender advocacy, and particular areas of musical life as it intersects with starting a family, working in the military, and teaching in academia. Starting in February 2021, the Allyship team continued this series with monthly meetings running through April. This year includes conversations on allyship, programming, pedagogy, and other timely topics. Please visit our Facebook and Instagram pages for sign-up information by searching NASA CSW. And if you don't catch it this time, be on the lookout for it, as it will be an annual series.
Hi. My name is Nikki Roman, and I use she, her pronouns. I am a member of the CSW and the assistant professor of saxophone at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. Our development of online resources has been an ongoing effort to support the mission of CSW and the NASA community. Through our feedback forms, past CSW presentations, and ongoing conversations within the community, we are continuing to address these questions through our digital representation. We encourage you to visit our website, where you will find resources such as a feminist glossary, the committee's answers to frequently asked questions, and archived videos from our webinar series. The resources page on our website is forever growing. In the near future, all of our allyship tips will also be housed here. We want to extend a special thank you to Morgan DePietro in curating the feminist glossary, and Mariah Goulet and Alexia Perez for their diligent work on CSW's digital presence on our website and social media. If you're interested in making suggestions regarding our online resources, we encourage you to reach out. This can be done by either filling out our feedback form located on our website or emailing me at roman@uwm.edu. We look forward to having ongoing conversations on how we can better serve the community.
Also on the Allyship Committee are Carrie Kaufman, Jeffrey Dybel, and Kendra Wheeler. We all agree that allyship is something to enact daily in ways that are often, and perhaps most often, unseen. We hope you'll consider our allyship tips, peruse our online resources, participate in a dialogue with us, offer us feedback, or ask us a question, and make a daily commitment along with us to social justice in our own musical communities. Here's Connie to wrap up.
We continue to learn and grow with every interaction and initiative we develop on behalf of Women Plus and all gender diverse folks in NASA. Understanding how to respectfully and systemically lift up their voices and work is just the start to strengthening our organization. While we are proud to serve as NASA's only standing committee on diversity, CSW's work has revealed the overdue need for deeper systemic commitments and support that extend to all underrepresented groups and intersectionalities in our membership. We acknowledge and seek organizational commitment to helping all members feel themselves seen, included, and supported in NASA's programming and larger operating structure. Allyship is a critical and necessary component of moving forward with all diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. We encourage each NASA member to commit to becoming a better ally to the diverse identities and intersectionalities of our full membership. Thank you to the members of CSW and our steadfast volunteers for your ongoing and sincere dedication to this committee's mission. It is because of your leadership, professionalism, and compassion that we are able to move forward so ambitiously. I would like to give special thanks to the production team that created this video for us: Rob Baker, Jan Baker, Noah Evan, and Alexia Perez. To Roshan Edazadi, we can't wait for your piece and all of the performances it will garner in the name of showing younger students that girls and gender diverse youth can grow up to play the saxophone and compose music. Thank you also to the 10 regional directors and hosts of each conference for supporting this presentation equally across all of NASA. We are grateful for the ever-growing village of support. Please join us now for a live facilitated conversation with members, advisors, and volunteers of the CSW. Your inquiry and feedback are vital to our work and development of initiatives, and we look forward to engaging with you. Be well and stay safe.